Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Dude here, and today we're back with a brand new video, and we're going to be answering a question in the tuning shop in Gran Turismo 7. In the previous Gran Turismo entry, GT Sport, road cars did not really see a lot of use. Obviously, the lack of tuning and upgrades contributed to that, but one thing that I heard a lot of complaints about was the inability to slow the car down in GT Sport, at least as far as the road cars go. This begs the question, where did the racing brakes go? Coming from a game like GT6, being able to brake and having the racing brakes on was essential, and trying to use any sort of braking point that you had in that game in GT Sport definitely had you in the wall, in the barrier, in the sand. Now fast forward to GT7, the tuning and the upgrades are back, and everyone obviously has been using the carbon ceramic brakes, as these are the highest rated brakes inside the Extreme tab of the tuning shop. But how good are Extreme brakes? Obviously we have the sports brakes, and then we have the two types of racing brakes. Now these two types of racing brakes in the description are, the exact same, but how good are these brakes compared to the carbon ceramic brakes? Some people are saying there's a big difference, some people are saying there's a small difference, and others are saying there's no difference at all. So today we're going to be doing a sort of Gran Turismo Mythbusters and finding out how good are the carbon ceramic brakes in comparison to the lower rated racing brakes. Before we hit the track, obviously I want to set a few ground rules. It makes sense that we're going to be doing this on special stage Route X, so the least possible variables while doing a braking test like this can occur on Route X. It just makes sense. Both of these cars are going to be this old Toyota Supra Turbo, going to be the exact same car, just with a different color on them. The blue car is going to be equipped with the carbon ceramic brakes, and the black car is going to be equipped with the regular racing brakes. So here we are at Route X. We're going to test these carbon ceramic brakes first as we come down the straight, and hard on the brakes right at that white line. Not going to do any downshifts, just going to make it as simple as possible. And as you can see, we've made it just past the 1200 board, right at the end of the second white line. Now there's no daylight between that white line and the back of the car, but I think it's right at the end of that white line. So we'll keep that into note. Obviously braking from a really high speed, so if the racing brakes are better or worse, it should be very, very obvious right away. And now that we have a point of interest for our carbon ceramics, let's go on to the racing brakes. Traveling down the straight once again in our black Toyota Supra. Hard on the brakes at the white line once again. No downshifts. Slowing it down. Okay, and interesting, we are just past the 1200 again. There is a little bit of daylight between the second white line and the back of the car, so it does appear that the carbon ceramics have stopped a little bit sooner, but upon further evaluation, I actually noticed that I broke a tiny bit sooner with the carbon ceramics than I did with the racing brakes, and the speed I was traveling was a tiny bit higher with the racing brakes. So I honestly think that these brakes are programmed to be the exact same in Gran Turismo 7. Now this normally wouldn't be a huge deal, but honestly, you guys can save yourself a good amount of money. Obviously, credits are at a premium at the current state of the game. You can save yourself a decent amount of money just buying the racing brakes over the carbon ceramics. The carbon ceramic brakes, they do look cool aesthetically, but they effectively do the exact same job as the racing brakes. And I think the confusing part is that it's placed in the Extreme tab, where the other racing brakes are not placed in that tab. But yeah, I've proven to you guys today that on every single car that you purchase, you can just save a little bit more money by purchasing the racing brakes. And before I close out the video, guys, I do want to reiterate, yes, both types of racing brakes here are exact same performance-wise. So these racing brakes, along with the carbon ceramics, will provide you with the exact same stopping power, a stopping power that is much greater in this game than the previous Gran Turismo entry in GT Sport, which makes the road car so much more viable and easy to drive, and so much more enjoyable to drive too. But I hope you guys found this video extremely informative. If you did, I would greatly appreciate if you could leave a like, comment, and subscribe as well. I'm trying to grow the channel as much as possible, guys, because I want to be able to put out more instructional videos for you guys and help everyone out on their Gran Turismo 7 journey. That's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night, and I'm out. Peace.